Hello and welcome to Folkestone Driving. Here we are in Trinity Road, home of the Folkestone Driving Test Centre. And let's go, end of the road, we'll turn left and take a drive to Capel of Ferne, coming back to Folkestone on the dual carriageway. Okay, so we're coming into the road here, everything's all nice and clear, on we go. Going past the police station here, on the left we've got a yellow pillar in the road. This is not a junction, does a good job of slowing down some cars. On the way in is easy, on the way out can be quite difficult, depends on what's parked there. On the left, the red car was quite small. At the roundabout, we'll take the first exit left. Mirrors are safe. All clear, and around we go. Castle Hill Avenue. Got to take a slight detour on this one. We've got some big roadworks happening at Central Station. Don't need to get involved in that one today. So at the roundabout here we'll go left, first exit. Mirrors are all nice and safe. Around we go. Cliff Road. That black pickup truck on the left hand side looking to come out. That is another entrance and exit to the test centre. Keep on going, keep an eye on that white car on the left hand side there, and the motorbike. They move out quicker than cars. Motorbike's foot is on the floor and the car wheels are not moving. The threat is low. That motorbike ahead just came out of a junction that we can't see because of parked vehicles, so we'll approach it with caution. Is everyone okay? They all seem easy. I've got eye contact with the drivers there, that's always a good thing. People pulling out at side roads wanting to join your road, the one that you've got priority. You've never got the right of way, but you'll have priority, as displayed by the road markings and road signs. So anyone looking to come into your road, want eye contact with them. I also have a look at their wheels. Are they moving? If it's a motorbike, is the foot on the floor? What's the risk? Coming into these traffic lights, we've got a box junction here on the floor, which is clear. Keep clear section, which is barely visible, but that's also clear. And this is actually a good opportunity to talk about the big box junction in front of us here. I'm not sure how much you can see at the moment, but you can see the start of the box junction where that grey car just gone across to the left. It goes all the way down past the exit where those white cars have just gone now. It goes over the top of a hill and you can't really see where the box junction ends. But from this position here, I can see the bridge for the train lines, and there's no cars queuing up there, so the box junction is clear for me to go over. Here it comes, the white markings or yellow markings on the road, there to go, quite a big one there. Just after the bridge we have got another keep clear section. Can we make it all the way across? Yes we can. And a few cars in front is another keep clear section. Both of them are protecting the junctions to the left. Let's keep the wheels of the car in front visible. Up ahead I can see the traffic lights have just gone green, and a second later they've gone back to being red. Love these traffic lights. These are the traffic lights at the crossroads with Cheriton High Street and the Harvey Grammar School. These can keep you waiting around for a little bit. Which on a driving test is no bad thing. Just keep checking your mirrors, be aware of your surroundings, don't get too close to the car in front. And when the lights do go green, before you move off, check your mirrors, because it's on these traffic jams where bikes will catch you up and filter through the cars. So mirrors to left and right are clear, the one behind me is clear. And with a fair wind and a bit of luck, these lights will stay green. They do. On we go into Cherry Garden Avenue. We want to go straight ahead. On the right hand side here, past a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit signpost. There is a signpost there telling what lane goes straight ahead, which is the right hand lane. If you miss it, look at the road markings in front of you. Another signpost there reminding us what lane does what. Car approaching from the left, the wheels have stopped, pedestrians on the right, no intentions to move. We shall go on. On the road ahead, we've got some traffic lights, and the road will then again split into two lanes. We're going to want the right lane. The left lane goes on to the motorway, and we don't want that. As we come across here, just checking the mirrors. Traffic lights are green. They could be changing. If they change now, it's too late. On the signpost, if you can read it, we want Folkestone Harbour. Third exit right. So we'll check our right mirrors, which are safe, indicate to the right, and as the road splits again into two lanes, we want the right hand lane. Top of Cherry Garden Avenue. This can be quite a busy roundabout. Enter right, stay right, exit 3, 1, 2. This one's no entry, doesn't count. Off we come for the third. Mirrors are safe. In we go. National speed limit here on Churchill Avenue. Solid white line on both sides of the road. Approaching another roundabout. So on the green signpost, we're looking for Folkestone Harbour. And that's telling us straight ahead, left hand lane, no signals on the approach. Enter left, stay left, on we go. Mirrors are safe, indicate off, and the national speed limit continues. Still we're on Churchill Avenue. The next roundabout can catch people out. Not just those with L plates on, it catches a lot of people out. The next roundabout, we want to take second exit straight ahead. This is the roundabout at the top of Canterbury Road, going onto Hill Road, and this little section here is a bit tricky if you're not paying attention. Just before the roundabout, the speed limit signpost drops to 30, and I'll point that out again when we see it. And we also have a new lane opening up to the left. Now you're going to be going straight ahead, second exit, so you're going to want that left-hand lane. A common mistake here is people just sit in this lane and they end up in the right-hand lane. Not illegal, carries more risk though. Let's come into that left-hand lane for second exit straight ahead. There's your new speed limit, 30 miles an hour. And that will come into be a bit more important in a minute. All speed limits are important, but I'm going to be stopping at a giveaway line anyway. Second exit 1, left mirrors are safe. And second exit, off we come. Look at the road we're on now, Hill Road. It looks like a dual carriageway, but I've seen no speed signs since the last one we passed, and that said 30. This road is a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. It looks like a dual carriageway, so eyes open, head screwed on. There's your signpost, Capel of Ferne. Straight ahead. Second exit, enter left, stay left, 1, 2, mirrors are safe, off we come. New speed limit of 40 miles an hour, and this will see you up the hill to Capel and along the cliff tops of Capel, which sounds very adventurous, but you can't really see the cliffs from where we are. We have a yellow signpost there telling you we've got some sharp bends. For those who know the yellow signpost meaning. Just come up to speed a little bit around the corner. The hill continues. We have got arrows in the right hand lane pointing us into the left, so we check our right mirror and make sure no cars are squeezing through. Yellow signpost, single file traffic, yellow signpost, sharp turn to the right. A lot of yellow on here, be careful. More black and white arrows we see, the sharper the bend. We've got two of them there, bordered with yellow. A small signpost there, reminding us it's a 40. They're called repeater signposts. When you enter a brand new speed zone, you get your two big signposts on each side of the road telling you the zone has changed. And then when you're continuing down that speed zone, you get little repeater signposts at regular intervals, not opposite each other, just random here and there, just reminding you that the speed limit hasn't changed. And as we've got one on the road in front of us, sometimes it's painted on the road. This is a nice long road to go on your driving test with. Not much goes on here. You've got some junctions to the left and right. Just keep looking around. One of my current pupils had a great phrase about looking around and scanning that environment. He said to me that my windscreen is my radar. I look for threats. What a great thing to say. Nice clear day, blue skies, tarmac's all nice and dry, good visibility. As we come around the next corner, we'll have some houses on the left hand side, caravan in the garden, camper van, and just beyond that we then see the speed limit change. It's a new zone, so the speed signs are big and on each side of the road, like goalposts. Excuse me. It's now a 60. On we go. Do I have to do 60 and a 60? No, you don't. But keep traffic flowing. Get yourself out the 40s. As we come around the corner here, we've got the pub on the left-hand side, a big white building, and the road dips down a hill, and then we've got some corners. We don't have warning signposts here. So a word to the wise is just come off that speed. You might see brake lights that car in front, you might not, depends on their approach speed. So I've just come off the gas here. I haven't put the brakes on yet, but my foot is by the brake pedal just in case. We are approaching a roundabout with no signpost, which is not very helpful, but there we go. Got brake lights of the car in front, so the junction must be close. There's your roundabout, and at the roundabout we take left, first exit. Mirrors are safe, the tarmac's changing colour, so we're going to ease off a little bit. And we want the green signpost, a bit wonky looking, it says London Channel Tunnel, it's before the bridge. The first exit left, let's follow this car up the hill. And this will take you onto the A20 dual carriageway. So you've just started your journey on the slip road, the acceleration lane, whatever you want to call it. Get your right hand signals on. It's done then. Haven't got to worry about it. Now I start looking ahead onto the road I'm looking to join. Is it busy? Have I got a likelihood I'm going to have to stop at the end of it? Checking the right mirror, checking the blind spot, and out we go. And I've got a yellow signpost immediately telling me in 800 yards the left hand lane, the one we're currently in, is going to be closing, so let's come across. Mirrors are safe. I will not overtake that blue car because I've got a feeling that when they clock those signposts they will be coming over too. It's in 400 yards. There they come. 200 yards. That car on the left hand side there taking a massive risk. Looks like they've just made it in front of the cones. And on we go. And after all that big countdown, all that big hoo-ha, the cones have actually disappeared. Well, look at that. We are now also in lane 2, approaching a lorry in lane 1. Lorries are limited to 60, most of them do 58, more fuel efficient. We're currently doing 64. Let's bring it up to 66. Passing that lorry. Don't cut back into lane number 1 too early. You'll be in their braking zone. If you've got a problem, that lorry can't stop and you are at pace on the road. The lorry's now well behind us. I can see him in the rear view mirror. I can see him in the side mirror. Indicate our intention to cross the lanes. Over we go. Now, you've gone round that lorry. You've done your overtaking move. Keep your speed up. What you don't want to do is come back into lane number 1, reduce your speed, and then the lorry catches you up. You don't want to have that happen. Signpost at the side of the road is telling us that Canterbury Folkestone is in 1/2 a mile. We don't want that exit. It's of no interest to us whatsoever. However, other cars around us might want that exit, and they might cut in front of you last minute because they now see the countdown signposts. There we go, 3, 2, 1. So be aware of your junction. After the exit you don't take, there'll be an entrance. So as you pass this exit, check your rear view mirror, who's behind you. I might have to stay in this lane and adjust my speed. So how much adjusting can I do? Who's behind me? How close are they? Have a look in your right door mirror. Have I got anyone in lane number 2? If someone does join, can I move? And here comes the joiners. There's one there. I've got a car right next to me. I can't move. I'll come off the speed, let them join, and when they have joined, I'll match their speed. And there they go. We do want the next exit on the signpost here. Green one just before the tunnel, Folkestone. 1/3 of a mile. You'll stay in lane number 1. If your exit is less than 1 mile away, stay in lane number 1. You probably won't have time to overtake and come back into lane 1 safely. Coming out the round hill tunnels, we now see our countdown signposts. 300 yards until your junction. 200 yards until your junction. Mirrors are safe, signals are on. Keep your speed up, don't drop your speed until you've left the carriageway. There's the exit. We'll take the exit, signals off, and now reduce your speed. 2 signposts here to take notice of. The first one here, warning, sharp bend to left, max speed 25. Not in a red circle, not law, just advice. The more black and white arrows you see, the sharper the bend, yellow border. At the roundabout, we want to take the second exit straight ahead, left lane, no signals on the approach. And this brings you back up to Cherry Garden Avenue. Second exit 1 and 2, mirrors are safe, and off we go. New speed limit 40 miles an hour for Cherry Garden Avenue. Let's keep it left. Will the lights stay green? If they change now, we can't stop safely, so we wouldn't stop. Keep a nice distance back from the vehicle in front. Especially a big one like that, the closer you get to them, the more of your windscreen they cover up and you can't see what's around them. As we get closer to the traffic lights at the end of this road, we want to go straight ahead, and by going straight ahead we're going to need the right hand lane. The mirrors are safe on the right, signal our way across, and as we come across you'll see a white signpost in front of you telling you what lane you want to be straight ahead. We're here already. And there we go, the traffic lights are red. Keep a nice distance from that vehicle in front. And as we're sat here, let's talk about signposts with speed limits without red circles. So you may have seen on the exit to the dual carriageway, we had a signpost saying max speed 25. It's not in a red circle. Speed limits that are in red circles, the O is the order, the red O. So you have to do what they say. If it doesn't have a red circle around it, it's just advice. Pretty good advice, really. I'm going down a hill. I've just come off a dual carriageway, potentially at 70 miles an hour, to a very sharp bend going into a roundabout. So the advice has been put there for a good reason, but you don't have to come off that dual carriageway at 70, slam your brakes on and do 25. That would be very hazardous. So it's advice. One of the more common pieces of speed advice would be the ones we see on the matrix signposts, those on the motorways, those orange ones you might have seen, giving you details of what may be up ahead, roadworks or road closures, or to junction 10, 5 minutes, stuff like that. In times where there is a block in the road up ahead for whatever reason it may be, it may say to you slow down, and it might say 50, for example, and then you'll have orange lights going up and down. One orange light in each corner of the square signpost, alternating up and down, 50 in the middle. That 50 is not in a red circle, so it's just advice. Again, it's been put there for a good reason, but if you went past it at 55, it's not a problem. However, you cannot break the speed limit of the road you're on. Let's say it's on a motorway, the speed limit is 70, it says 50, no red circle, don't go over 70. Which you shouldn't do anyway. So any speed limit with no red circle is advice only. And as we sit here in traffic, we have got a speed limit signpost on the left hand side there saying 30, and that is in a red circle. This 30-mile-an-hour speed limit will take you right the way back to the Folkestone driving test centre. Maybe this time we'll get through the traffic lights. The tarmac has changed colour again. Up we go. And we are now into Beachborough Road. At the start of the video, we came down from the test centre. We stopped at some traffic lights and spoke about a box junction. We are now coming up to that box junction on the other side of the road. And on the path, we have got a school outing. Lots of high-vis jackets, lots of little legs. Let's take care of those guys. Keep your eyes on them. Nice day for a walk outside the classroom. Shorncliffe Road, cycle lane to the left. Nice wide road. Can sometimes trick you into going too fast, so pay attention. Quite a common road this one for speeding. It's wide, it's straight, especially now there's nothing in front of you. We shall be turning right on the second junction. Here comes the first one. Don't want this one. That's Grimston Avenue. Don't want that one. Nothing against Grimston Avenue. Just don't want it. The next right-hand turn is ours. This is Earls Avenue, so right mirrors are safe. Signals are on, and we get into that middle lane there behind the car in front. It's nice and slow. All four wheels into this lane. Cars behind can now pass us nice and safely. And we can look down the road and realise there's nothing coming, so in we go. Earls Avenue. And for those that have watched one of the videos before, you may know that Earls Avenue, we turn left with a safe mirror into Jointon Road. Random parked cars, nothing to worry about. We want the next road to the right, which is Trinity Road. We have a blue car approaching, so let's slow it down a little bit, let those guys go. Mirrors and signals, Trinity Road, safe to cross, back where we started, home of the driving test centre here in Folkestone. And I hope that route was useful.